Okay, we're trying a new angle for this vlog because I got a new phone recently. I now have an iPhone XR, which is a bigger phone. So I put my pop socket on, and my sister also has an XR, and she put it like under, like lower than halfway in the center of the phone itself. She put it like lower because that makes it easier to type on. And I was like, oh my gosh, smartest idea ever. Turns out it is not the smartest idea for the pop socket like holder that I have in my car, because not only for vlogging means when it's sideways, I can't put it there because it just slides down, but also even facing upwards, it doesn't work very well because sometimes it just swings down because it's top heavy. So it's not like evenly balanced. Also, I have the biggest zit of my life right here. It's finally like, it's gonna be healing, and it better fucking go away soon because it looks disgusting being right there, but whatever. It is actually Sunday, day 2 of the Bibliothon. I did not vlog yesterday because I was actually in San Diego all weekend long celebrating my sister's 21st birthday. She turned 21 back on December 2nd, but with the holidays and everything, and she's still in school, so she had finals, blah, 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 blah. We went this weekend, so we were out partying and etc. So I did not a single page of reading yesterday. And then today, it's now 5 o'clock at night, and I think I've read a total of 28 pages of Empress of All Seasons, but I wanted to get this started. I'm currently on my way to pick up some medicine for Hedwig. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that Hedwig has like everything that could possibly be wrong with him that's like chronic but not deadly. So he has skin allergies, and he was on steroids for that for a while, but then we got it like under control, and he doesn't need to be on steroids now. And he's still kind of more itchy than a normal cat, but he's not like, he was like gouging his eyes out from being so itchy. He's not doing that anymore. Well, then about a month ago, he started coughing, which at first it kind of sounded like he was trying to hack up a hairball, which is something that cats do. And he doesn't really do that much, so it sounded weird, and he never really threw anything up. So we finally started looking into it, and we were pretty sure he has asthma. We go to the vet, we get him diagnosed. He's also the worst vet goer ever, but he has asthma. So I'm picking up some different types of steroid for him now. And hopefully this one will not have the same side effect that the other one that he used to be on has, which is to vomit it back up, which renders it useless and also makes a mess. So hopefully that won't happen. As far as reading goes, since this is a reading vlog, I'm reading Empress of All Seasons, which is the group book. The live show will be on Saturday at a time that I don't have. Also planning on listening to the audiobook of After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I haven't started that one yet. I do have it. I got it from the library, but we shall see on when I start that. Maybe I'll start it on my way back home, but I'm literally going like 5 minutes from my house. That's what I'm reading right now. My other plans, once I finish one of those, I have Emergency Contact, which I actually am waiting to get from the library. I'm like next on the hold list, but I'm getting an ebook of it because that is my good genre but least favorite format. So I'm reading a contemporary, which isn't, I read so widely that I don't even know what my favorite genre is. But I was more focused on getting an ebook because that is my least favorite format. So that's what I did on that. So I'm waiting to get that. And then I'm planning on reading Tithe by Holly Black, which I already have at home. And that one will probably be a quick read.
That was entirely pointless because on Sundays they close at 4 and it was 5. So drove there and then drove back home.
Okay, it is now day 3 of the Biannual Bibliothon. I am your host for today. Wow, I cannot drive today. It is actually 4:11 in the afternoon. I am sucking at vlogging this week. This zit on my face is now like dead. It's dead, but it better be gone by Saturday because Saturday we have our engagement photo shoot and I will break the fuck out if it's still here. I'm heading to the gym. It's 4:11 on Monday. If you don't know, I'm a substitute teacher and I also do online work, and today I didn't get a sub job, so I just spent the day trying to do some online work, but I did get to host some sprints and stuff during the daytime, so that was cool. And now I'm heading to the gym like I said, so I have a class tonight. It's my body pump class, so it's weightlifting. So I'm heading to that, and then I'm gonna make dinner when I get home. I'm like an hour into the audiobook of Taylor Jenkins Reid's After I Do, which is only 8 hours long. So I'm like 15% into that. And then I'm also reading Empress of All Seasons, but I'm only on page like 28. So I'm doing so well for this readathon. We're almost to the hump day of it, which is tomorrow. And as you can tell, I've done so much reading and I've done so much vlogging. It's amazing. I'm a great host. It is day 4, I think. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's day 5 of the Biannual Bibliothon, so we're past the halfway point. Have I finished a book yet? The answer is no. I am like 58% into Empress of All Seasons, and I am over 80% into After I Do, so that's cool. So I probably will finish After I Do today for sure. And I do have Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I have that on audiobook that I can pick up when I finish this one, which is good. Today I'm going into the hearing offices and I only have 3 hearings, I think. So I don't have a long day, but I do need to go home and like try to make up work basically, because that's not a full day of work for sure. So I'm either gonna do that or I'm gonna drive for Lyft. We'll see how I feel when I get off work and like what's going down. But I also really need to do laundry, and at 4 o'clock I do have a doctor's appointment. I'm just getting my depot shot. It's nothing serious or anything, but I also could do Lyft after that, which sounds like a good idea actually. So we'll see what my plans are for the day. I'm probably gonna go home immediately after work and try to do some online work while I do laundry, and then after the doctor's appointment I'll turn on my Lyft app and see what happens. So that's sort of the plan. I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done because of that being the plan, but physical reading I will be able to do some audiobooking once I get off this. I have my drives to and from work.
A couple hours later, and I just finished After I Do. Actually, that's not true. I finished After I Do approximately 10 minutes after I got off the vlog, and then I had to go to work, and now I'm on break, and it was so good. I see so much. So this book is about a married couple who's been married for like 10 years, college sweethearts, and then they're like going through this problem and they decide to take a year apart, like live separately, not date, not see each other for a year, no calling, no nothing. And yeah, and so I saw so much of me and Matt, my fiance, in their personalities, which really was freaking me out the entire time, because I'm like, oh no, what if like our jokes are gonna be the downfall of our marriage because we're getting married? It was a lot in my brain, but it was great. And I loved so much of this book. It like freaked me out at the same time, but I loved so much of it. The ending had me too. The grandma in this book was great, and I have a very close relationship with my grandma, which was also very emotional for me. Like, I just loved the family dynamic of the entire family. Everything was fantastic, and yeah, it was really good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely Taylor Jenkins Reid, you have my heart. You're one of my favorite authors. You're amazing. So now I'm going to be picking up Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi on audiobook. And then right now I'm actually going to pick up my physical book, which is Empress of All Seasons, and I'm going to read some of that. So hopefully I'll finish 2 books today, and then I'll be halfway through all of my challenges. Let's see if that happens. Hey guys. So I'm like 15 or 20% into Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I'm listening to it on audiobook, and like, is this book good? Because so far, I'm not loving Sam. Like, Penny is cool. There's been some funny moments in that, and like, if this book was just Penny's perspective, I think I'd even like Sam. Because the way that she described him in the first encounter that they have, I liked that encounter, but like, he's so like broody, emo, wants to be a documentary filmmaker. And I swear to God, I went to like high school with 4.5 of Sam. 4.5 of them. And they were horrible people. So like, is he gonna be better? Is he gonna like learn something in this book? Is he gonna be less Sam-like later in the book? Because right now, he makes me want to like punch him in the face and walk away. So, that's how I'm feeling. I don't know about this. I am almost done with Empress of Seasons. I'm probably like 78% through, I think. I'm loving it. It's not a 5 out of 5 star, I don't think, for me. It's a 4, but it's still really good. There were some issues that I'm having. I like need to know how it's gonna end though, and then maybe the ending will be a 5 out of 5 stars, because right now there's like so much going on that I'm like, hello? Do you need cuddles? He's like, not that many cuddles. Now he's annoyed. You can't even see him because he's so black. Hello? Bye. Hey. You're so cute. Okay, so those are my feelings right now. It is Thursday, so it's day 6 of the Bibliothon. I am almost done with Empress of Storms. I'm like at the very end. I have probably like 15% left if I had to guess. I'm reading it physically, but like, I don't know, that's how I've started comparing how much I have left, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I'm also listening to Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, and I think I'm like 3 hours into the 9-hour audiobook, so like 30% in, a third. And I'm not loving that one, unfortunately. I just, it's not for me. Empress of All Seasons, I'm really loving. It's not like a 5-star read of this moment, but it is enjoyable. It's really fast. I am struggling a little bit to keep everything together. Like first of all, some of the monsters, they're introduced, and like it's clear that they have there's a reason that you're getting these like tales at the beginning of chapters and stuff, but then I'm like, there's so many monsters or yokai involved that I'm having trouble remembering which one was important in that tale for later. I'm at the end where like all the shit's going down right now, and that's how I feel. There is some insta-love, which is not my favorite thing. So that's making, I think, some of it unbelievable, is the insta-love, but that's fine. I think the issue that I'm having with Empress of All Seasons, I'm on almost page 300. I'm on page 298. The issue that I'm having is the prince, the betrothed, had a sudden character change and it doesn't feel very realistic. Now, part of it does, but to the extent that it's happening, I think it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't wait to talk about this in spoilers with the girls on Saturday because I have a lot of feelings about the prince and I just don't believe it. Like, it's the most jarring part for me is the prince. The insta-love is like not great either, but this is worse. I think my problem is like, if you're gonna put in insta-love, then you have to make it, you have to stick to it. You can't like go back and forth. I don't know, it's so weird. Okay, so I finished this. Although I love the sentiment of like, no woman needs no man thing, I found it like a little bit clunky in ways of getting to that point. Like, I think the setup was not well made from the setup to the end game. Like, I don't know. I liked it, but I definitely have my issues with it. I think this is a 4 out of 5 stars because I definitely was like annoyed a little bit. And like, I also was annoyed, I guess one of the things that I find frustrating with this book is like, we end in this very feminist, like, you don't need a man to be powerful thing, which is great. But like, we start off and spend almost the whole book, I would say, in an insta-love not relationship, but an insta-love situation. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know, I don't get that part. And like, we also have unrequited love in this book, which that part was fine. I didn't have an issue with specifically, but like, I don't know, there was just a lot. And I love a lot of this book though. Like, I loved the Asian background. I loved all the yokai, the monsters. That was so cool to like see all the different things. I loved the season rooms too, like the magic. I'm not completely understanding why some humans have magic. Do it? Like Master Ushiba or whatever, Ushiba, I can't remember now. Was he a human that had magic? The breakdown of power between the yokai and the humans, like the yokai are basically enslaved, but does that mean that the woman that they stay with, it starts with an O, I can't remember the name, she runs a brothel, is that a human who has sympathy for the yokai, or is that a yokai who runs a brothel? Because to me, it seems like, ow, I just smacked myself in the face. It seems like the yokai wouldn't be able to run a brothel, like they're enslaved. They're not allowed to do that. It feels. But then if she's a human, they're like not allowed to show sympathy either. I also did not like, I was very disappointed in the betrayal that happened. That was annoying. I don't know. I think that my problem with this book is that some of the characters did things that didn't seem like how their character was set up. Like, it didn't seem part of their, within their character to do the things that they did. The prince specifically was one who, I said this already and I can't say more really, but like, I did not understand his character arc. I felt like maybe it was just too sudden or something, but like, it didn't feel very fluid from the beginning to the climax to the end. The ending also felt, once we got there, it felt really easy. Like basically like the epilogue, there isn't an epilogue, but like the ending when everything's coming together, that part felt really easy. Happy day 7. I wanted to show you guys my breakfast I've been eating every day. So this is what I've been eating every morning. It's non-fat vanilla yogurt and then chia seeds, raspberries, bananas. This is the chia seeds that I eat. And then I also packed lunch. It's brown rice and tofu with some soy sauce. Oh my God. I love it.
Okay, day 7. I know I just greeted you with my food, but now I'm in the car. It is 7:25 in the morning. I'm working at a high school today. I haven't subbed all week because Monday I couldn't get a job. I was very annoyed about it. And then the last 3 days I was working in the hearing offices, so I'm missing it. And today I am in a classroom that I've been in before. I've only been in it one time, and it is odds and even days, so I don't know if this is an odd day or an even day, and I don't know if I'll have kids that I have had before. But if it's the kids that I had the last time I was in this classroom, it's gonna be a breezy day. I'm gonna have lots of reading time. It's gonna be fantastic. If it's the kids that I haven't had before, then I don't know what's gonna happen, and we shall see. So, kind of up in the air, not sure. I brought my breakfast with me because I was running late. And let's see, I have 2 hours left of the audiobook of Emergency Contact, which really means I have an hour of listening time because I'm listening to it on 2x speed. I feel like that. There is a trigger warning for rape in the story, which I did not know going into it, so I'm glad that I don't really have an issue with reading these things. Like I was saying before, I still have the same feelings. Like, well, I don't know. I just don't feel like these two characters started out meshing well enough for me to like be able to ship them. And even now with their relationship or like their friendship going good again, it's like, I don't know. I don't think that this is going to work out, I think is my problem. It's not that it won't work right now, but like watching them fall in love, I'm like, man, you guys are dumb, because this is not gonna be a good plan for you guys. But whatever, young love, I guess. I don't know. I find the relationship a little bit unbelievable, I think, but it's cute. As of right now, it's probably a 3-star for me, so let's see if it'll get up to a 4 with the last 2 hours of audiobook / 1 hour of listening time. I'm currently reading Tithe by Holly Black. That's my book that got you into reading. There's so many books that got me into reading. Harry Potter is one of them, but I did just reread that. I didn't want to read another Harry Potter book. It was too basic for me. But I also have been a reader since a little kid, so like I could have picked a kid's book, like a picture book, and cheated my way through that, but I didn't want to do that either because I thought that it was a little bit too easy of a time doing it that way. So I'm reading Tithe because I read this book so many times in high school, late middle school, so yes, I'm like 36 pages in or something, so not far at all, but we did just meet a fairy, and I'm excited. I don't remember a lot of the plot of this other than that there are fairies, but like, so is every Holly Black book. So yeah, I don't really remember much. I do, the second that I started the book though, they give us the main character's name, which is K-A-Y-E, and I remember liking this book because her name is my first initial, and so I was like, it's like me. I'm such a weirdo. So yeah, I'm already liking the nostalgia factor of that. I haven't had a chance to sit down and finish this vlog, and this vlog was like a hot mess, so I'm sorry, but the week before this was the Biannual Bibliothon. It ran from January 12th to the 18th, and we will be having our winners announcements coming up soon, but right now our Instagram challenges have been announced, and then our blogger challenges are being announced this week, and then we should have our video up following. So I just wanted to finish up this vlog by showing you everything that I read and giving you a little bit of a synopsis. Starting off, I read Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I listened to this one on audiobook. I got it from the library, and I read this one for the 5-star reads recommendation. This was Momo from the BookTube Girls recommendation, and then I also read it for combining your favorite genre with your least favorite format, or your favorite format with your least favorite genre. This is a young adult contemporary, and I read it in audio format, and like, honestly, this was a little bit of a cheat. Realistically, I was planning on reading Empress of All Seasons on Kindle, but I couldn't find a library version of that, and so I ended up buying a physical copy of it instead, and so it just like didn't work out, so I decided to kind of cheat this way into a version of it. I guess young adult contemporary is not my favorite. I definitely didn't love this book in particular, but I do really love audiobooks. So I guess it's my favorite format and my least favorite genre, sort of. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I think that's being a little bit generous. I think it's more like a 3. I bumped it up because it does have really great rep and because I did find myself laughing out loud a bunch of times. So like it was enjoyable. There were things that I did find to be really sentimental is not quite the right word, but like it felt like my life. There were things about it that I really liked on that front. However, I found that this book had really 2 different stories that for a very long time didn't feel like they were anywhere near connected, and it felt a little bit forced, the romance. They just were too different. Like there were the things that were similar about them felt really forced, I guess. That's all I'm gonna say. The next book that I finished for the Bibliothon was the group book, which is Empress of All Seasons. There is a live show on the Biannual Bibliothon channel that has me in it talking in depth about all the spoiler feelings about this book. It was also the book by an author that I've never read before. I also gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. The concept and the world building was phenomenal. I loved all of the monsters or yokai. I loved the magic of this story. I thought the rooms were so cool. I wish I had seen more of it, and I think what really came down to it is that I wanted more of this book. Like, I felt it was a rushed storyline. I felt like Emiko Jean could have really taken her time. This book could have been 2 books and delved into more and it would have been great, or this book just needed to be longer. I'd love to see Emiko Jean come back to this world and talk about different people or characters in it. Like, I want more. I want a companion novel to this, please. The next book I read was After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Read an adult book, and it was also read a book with a cover you don't like, which I don't love this cover, but I actually did this with thinking about the other cover that has the toast on it, because I didn't understand why there was toast, and I was fully expecting a "you burnt the fucking toast" scene, and it didn't happen, and I was disappointed. This was a adult contemporary about a couple who got married 10 years ago, and they were super in love, and now their marriage is falling apart, and they decide to take a year separated where they will have no contact with each other whatsoever. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. This book like felt so weird reading it because the 2 characters, the husband and wife, their past relationship and the way that they treat each other is so fun and like funny, and I felt so much of me and Matt, my fiance, in their relationship, which was freaking me out because they're falling apart in the future, and so it was just like depressing to read. It was weird. It was so weird to read. It was really freaking me out, but at the same time I really loved like the concept, and I loved the family members, like all of Lauren's family members, so much. They were all so important and everything, and like it was also fun to read because our main character's name is Lauren, and her sister's relationship are really, really close, and they reminded me a lot of me and my sister's name is Lauren, so that was weird too. Like, there was just so many similarities to me and my life in this book, except hopefully for the marriage falling apart thing. Let's like hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I really, really liked this. And then this one only covered 1 challenge, and it was read a book that got you into reading. Going into it, I think my expectations were really high because I did love this book so much, and I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars, so like it was good. It just wasn't extra special, and I find that Holly Black's writing is that for me. It's good. It's good. I love fairies though, but like something about Holly Black's writing just doesn't vibe for me perfectly, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and then this wrap up, so give it a thumbs up if you did. I make videos every Thursday and Saturday, so I will see you guys very soon with a new one, and until then, have a great week, day, night, year. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!